Are you part of a mastermind group that's pushing you closer to achieving your goals and dreams? Mastermind groups really are the secret to success that a lot of people don't talk about, and it's something that can help you achieve your goals at lightning speed. Now, in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, here's my copy here, and you can see it's very well read, and I mark out all the important points. But he talks about masterminds and how they're the keys to success. Particularly, Andrew Carnegie, he said it was his secret to success, and he was a very successful businessman in the US. Now, the way that he explains what a mastermind is, it's a coordination of knowledge and effort in the spirit of harmony between two or more people for the attainment of a definite purpose. Now, I know that sounds like a little bit of a mouthful. The way I like to think about it, it's just a group of like-minded individuals getting together, helping each other solve our own problems and different hurdles we're trying to overcome, and also inspire each other to move forward. Just this idea of getting people together, it's something magical happens when a mastermind gets together. Now, when I first heard the idea of a mastermind group, I didn't always think it was such a fantastic idea. In fact, when I first read about it in Napoleon's book, I kind of discounted the idea that it could help me move forward. Maybe you're the same, but for me, I was very much a self-starter. I didn't feel like I needed to rely on someone else to motivate me or help me move forward. Look, I could solve my own problems, and I just saw a mastermind group as a little bit of a support group or almost like a gossip group, and how could that move me forward? So again, I really didn't give it much of a second thought. It wasn't until a friend of mine who had already achieved a good amount of success invited me into one of his masterminds that I realized how powerful they could be. So once he invited me in, I thought, well, I might as well just give it a go and find out what it's all about. And we started to get together on a regular basis and bounce ideas around. And as I said earlier, something magical starts to happen when you get a group of like-minded individuals together. And that's when I started to realize the power of the mastermind. Now, you can set up a mastermind group on any topic that you like. It really is just about a group of people getting together with a definite purpose, a way to channel their thoughts to help solve a problem or come up with a solution for what it is that you're trying to improve on. Now, for me at the moment, I'm going through a phase where I'm really looking to grow my business at lightning speed. So I'm using masterminds to help accelerate that process. Currently, I'm a part of two mastermind groups. There's one that gets together in person here in Melbourne. We get together every 3 weeks, and there's some fantastic individuals in that group, and we just bounce ideas off and help solve each other's business problems and figure out how we can help move each other forward and that type of thing. It's a fantastic asset, and looking back now, it's been such a valuable asset to my business and my growth. The second mastermind group I have is a collection of people all around the world, and we meet on Skype every fortnight, and it's a very similar format. We talk about what it is that we're working on in our business at the moment and what would we like to mastermind, where would we like to get help. And then we also talk about what's working now, what's currently working in our business to help give back to the group and let them know what's working so they can take that and start applying it in their business. So the point I'm trying to make here is, even though I came from a point where I didn't see masterminds had much value, now I'm embracing them because I realize how much potential they have, and I want to try and get that across to you. If you're not already a part of a mastermind group, you need to find out how you can get involved in one. So having been involved personally in a whole bunch of mastermind groups, I've started to realize what it is that makes them work and what it is that causes them not to work. And there are a few key elements. I think one of the most important components is to make sure that you have the right people involved in these groups. You need to make sure that you've got people at your level, but you also have people who are a little bit further down the path than you, because then they can help drag you up to their level. You need to make sure that you don't really go beyond a group of people of 7. Once you start to go past that, it's very difficult to get all the members interacting properly. You also want to make sure that there's a structured format and a facilitator to make sure it runs smoothly. Otherwise, what ends up happening is it just ends up turning into that gossip session, and you waste your own time and you waste the other members' time as well. So that's really key. As I said, there's a few key elements that hopefully you can take away and either start up your own mastermind, or I wanted to invite you personally to join a mastermind group with me. So I'd like you to consider this a personal invite from me to join a mastermind group. I'd love for you to join a mastermind group with me. We could hop on the phone on a regular basis and we could talk about your business, we can talk about my business, we can bounce ideas backwards and forwards. Ultimately, I know it's going to help both of us move our businesses forward. You see, I know how powerful masterminds can be, and I want you to realize that as well. So I'm setting up a series of groups called Internet Business Masterminds, or IBMs for short. They're just going to be a group of 7 people, like-minded individuals that I'm going to hand pick per group, and then I'm going to facilitate these groups. We're going to get together on a regular basis, and I'm going to make sure that I draw in everything that I've learned from the mastermind groups that I've been involved in to make sure that they're a success. And I want you to join me. So here's how these IBMs are going to work. After I've hand selected the individuals for each group, we're going to get together on a regular basis. It's going to be over Skype at least once a fortnight for at least an hour. I'm going to facilitate the group to make sure everything runs smoothly. We'll start off by going around and chatting with each of the group members to find out what it is that they're currently working on, what questions do they have, and what is it that they want to get the group's help on. We'll also get them to share what is it that's working now and what is it that the other members can start applying to their businesses. Now, the important thing to note is, even though one person might be asking a question, what you'll find is those questions will end up applying just about to every member in the group. So really, we get one session where all of these great ideas come out and you can start to apply in your own businesses. So it really is a fantastic opportunity, and I think that's why I have gotten so much out of these groups. Now, in addition to those regular calls, I'm going to set up a Basecamp project. Now, if you haven't already used Basecamp, it's pretty easy to get your head around, but it's just going to be a centralized point where we can communicate throughout the month between the calls. So if you've got any questions or things that you want to share with the group members, you can log in and share it that way. It really is just a fantastic way to pull the group together throughout the month, and then we catch up on our regular calls. There's actually quite a few components of the IBM, and one of the elements that I want to add in as well is a little bit more of me. At the end of each session, I want to put together a presentation that will help stimulate the group's thought to start to think about higher level business ideas and strategies. This really is high level training, and that's going to be part of those presentations as well, because I know so many people need this information, and it's one of those things, it's one of my core skills and talents, and I think it's why my one-on-one coaching has been so popular, is because I'm able to spot what it is, those key elements and those key 1 or 2 critical focus points that you need to draw your attention to, that is just going to push you through to the next level like that. And I'm going to include that as part of the mastermind. In fact, the mastermind is just a great way also to get access to me. Apart from the one-on-one coaching, which for some people it's just outside of their price range, this is another way that you can get direct access to me. You'll also get access to the other members as well. So it's a fantastic opportunity. Trust me, I know you're going to love being part of your own IBM. They really are a fantastic opportunity to grow you and your business forward and take you through to that next step. So if you're keen to get involved, you can find out all of the details listed below this video, and you can register your interest. Now, the reason I say that you have to register your interest is the fact that we need to wait until we get 7 members before we open up a new IBM. That's just the way that we make them work. So you register your details below, and we let you know when we're about to open up the next group. From there, you submit an application form, and we're quite particular on who it is that we let into these groups, because it's important that the group works really well together and there's a good dynamic. So if your application form is accepted, from there we'll give you instructions on how the mastermind will run. So that's pretty much the step-by-step process as to how it works. But one final thing that I need to let you know is the way these mastermind groups work, they're very similar to my coaching program. Now, my coaching program, you work with me one-on-one, and obviously you get my own time and that type of thing, and as a result, you pay for that privilege. Now, these mastermind groups, you still get access to me, and I put absolutely everything into these. You get my time, you get my thoughts, you get my energy, you get everything. I just love to over-deliver. And for that reason, just like my coaching program, we don't offer any money back guarantee when it comes to these mastermind groups, because that's something I'm never going to get back. I don't get back my time. So I need to make sure that I can just give 100% to you guys, and I know that once you get into an IBM, you're going to want to stick around. Now, I'm not going to do anything like lock you into a 6-month or 12-month contract. You can jump out at any point in time if the IBM isn't right for you. That leaves it on us to make sure that you're getting the most amount of benefit, and trust me, I know that you will. So I think the real key takeaway from this video, whether you decide to join our IBMs or you want to start your own mastermind group, the fact is you need to go ahead and start getting involved in masterminds. They really are the keys to success. It might even be worth picking up a copy of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich and getting started. Either way, hopefully I see you inside the next IBM.